Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And the other day I was at a Home Depot and they had kind of a buy more, save more pack-out sale where you could actually save quite a bit of money. It was, I guess, their Black Friday or pre-Black Friday sale. But you save quite a bit of money on pack-out stuff if you get more than one. So I picked up a couple of them and it dropped the price $90 on two of them. But anyway, one of the other things I noticed is on one of the end caps there was a pack-out first aid kit. And I thought that's actually a pretty smart idea. But they wanted like $80 for it. And I thought, well, that's a lot for the pack-out. So how much, for a bunch of aspirin and bandaids. But anyway, I thought, I've got one of these thinner cases. I could easily do that. And I could taper it more towards the kind of the emergency medicine that I think something like this might encounter, not just the standard boo-boo kit. But anyway, I thought I'd show you where I am so far in my setup of this. These small plastic pack-out pieces hold surprisingly little. The depressions here are a little deceiving because this just causes this lid to fold down about 1/2 or 3/4 of an inch into the inside of a small tray here. But anyway, I was able to get some functional stuff in here. First of all, a tourniquet. Obviously, that's where you need to start. This is a cat. Cats are great, real solid design. These are not the best to practice on, though. They do tend to stretch out. And I have to position it in here because of the layout of it. I have to make sure that it goes up into this kind of this bump in the top here, so this closes smoothly. But anyway, that's a starting point. I've got an Israeli bandage. I wanted to use this trauma dressing here from North American Rescue. This is my preferred dressing, but it's too thick because of the layout of this this particular pack out. I could go with a thicker one, and I have a thicker one, but then it means that much more stuff, and it's bigger, and diminishing returns. So I just swapped out to a Israeli bandage. What else is in here? A couple of compressed gauzes that I can expand and use for wound care. It's kind of a setup as a stop the bleed setup, or a stop the bleed kit. Some quick clot. Couple of high fin chest seals, high fin vents. These are pretty solid in case you get a sucking chest wound or something. Some gloves. Threw in some band-aids, some antibiotic ointment here, some moleskin for blisters if that happens. Here's a face shield for CPR, thermal blanket, one of the just the little Mylar blankets to help retain body heat. Set of shears, trauma shears, cutting dressings, cutting off clothes, etc. A pen to either mark the time on the tourniquet or write on their forehead or take notes, etc. And I've got one N95 folding mask in here. But anyway, this is what I've got so far. And the idea is set it up and then hopefully forget about it, but you always have it with you. I probably will put a few other things, maybe a magnifying glass or some high-powered reading glasses. Sometimes that helps with wound care. Lighting might be a good thing. I don't know. What else am I missing? And have you set up one of these? I think it's kind of a neat idea because then I can just clamp it to so many of my other existing pack-outs for both tool use and overlanding, etc., because I use a lot of them. And it's a good, solid, heavy-duty package here. The seal tends to actually be watertight, which is good. But I thought since Milwaukee was already doing it, and was charging for a larger overall first aid kit, I'd set up a full-on trauma one, since that might be a little bit more practical. But anyway, let me know what you think. This is kind of just a start. It's sort of a proof of concept with the pack-out system, but I do think that it would be important to, maybe get something standardized and then just plug it into existing pack-outs. And with that, Doc out.